All right, in 3, 2. Welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. We continue to get you ready for the upcoming Paris Summer Olympics. It's going to be a great Summer Olympics, and as you know, there are a lot of DMV Olympians that'll be in Paris competing in various sports. One of them joining us tonight, we have Emily Fox, graduate of Stonebridge High School, Ashburn native, and now a Olympian member of the U.S. women's soccer team. Emily, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How does that feel, Olympian? Because I know this is your first time.
Yeah, I mean, it feels surreal. I'm very honored and to have the opportunity to represent my country for the Olympics for Team USA. So yeah, it's been amazing. I've had such great support and help along the way, but I'm super excited to go there and to represent.
You've obviously checked off a lot of boxes already in your soccer career. I mean, this one's got to pretty be special because, you know, growing up, you always probably watched the Olympics, right? And now you're gonna be a part of that. That's got to be a pretty cool bucket list item.
No, it is. And I feel like once we get there and we have the open ceremony, I feel like that will be a pinch me moment for sure. And my family's going to be coming, so that will be very special. And yeah, I'm really excited and honored.
Yeah, along those opening ceremonies line, you know, is there something in particular that you're looking forward to about the Olympic experience?
Really, everything. I'm just going to embrace everything, be in the moment, and enjoy it. Yeah, I know it's a once in a lifetime experience, and um, I'm so excited to be a part of the team, and yeah, I just want to enjoy it.
And it's a kind of a new look team. The roster a little bit different, a little bit of a youth movement now with the national team. What do you think about the Olympic roster as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, it's an extremely difficult roster to make. Only 18 players, two goalkeepers, 16 players. So, um, I think with our team, what's so unique is we have such a big player pool of talented players. And so to pick a roster of 18 is extremely difficult. And then for us 18 that are representing, it's really just getting together, building our chemistry like we have been this whole year. And with our new coach, Emma, coming in and already just making an impact and getting us all excited. So yeah, I think with this Olympics, with any tournament, we're aiming for gold, aiming for the best, the highest standards, and yeah, we go from there.
That was kind of my next question because obviously you spent some time in England, played your club season with Arsenal, so you're probably a little familiar with Emma Hayes. Now Emma's the head coach of the U.S. Women's National Team. What do you think of her so far?
Yeah, I think she's great. I think the entire staff that has come in with her from Chelsea have been amazing. We've had a lot of very impactful meetings, and just I think her energy and the excitement that she brings has really, given us a lot of excitement. And we're just ready to go and listen to her and get back to playing and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, certainly you're a part of that World Cup team. Disappointment, obviously, with the result for the Olympics. It's been a couple of Olympics since the U.S. Women's National Team won a gold medal. I mean, obviously, that's a point of pride and a lot more competition now across the world, as you can see in the World Cup. How is this team, how is this program handling of maybe not being necessarily the hunted anymore?
Yeah. I think like you said with the World Cup, that was a huge disappointment, but also a big opportunity for us to respond and to grow. And I think we have done that. And I think the Olympics will be a good test for that as well. And in terms of, you know, us, I think we're excited to just kind of have this new identity and, like you said, new generation of girls coming in and improving themselves. So yeah, I think we're just excited and we're ready to go. And the Olympics are extremely tough. Every group is very difficult. There's not an easy game. And the same with the World Cup. And so I think if anything, it's exciting. We want that. We want every game to be tough. We want the women's game to grow. So I think if anything, it's a positive and it's more room for us to get better and to grow.
I mean, the standard has been so high for this women's national team. there's so much pressure every tournament you're in because the expectation level is so high. How do you guys process that? Because I mean, the players before you set that standard, and obviously you and this younger generation is trying to carry on that standard.
Yeah, I mean, I think we always say pressure is a privilege, and to represent our national team and play for our countries
Yeah.
is a huge honor. And so it being in this environment isn't easier, but I think you learn to make it easier and you deal with that stress. And I think the importance of like team chemistry and team camaraderie are so important because at the end of the day, like it is the team that you're with in that bubble. Um, so I think that's so important. But yeah, I think a lot of it is just being able to deal with the pressure, but also embrace it because it's a privilege.
You know, we discussed about representing the red, white, and blue, representing your country. But for you, you're also representing this region, this DMV region. And as I said off the top, you're well aware of the number of athletes that come out of this region in any sport. What is that like for you to represent this region at such a high level?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think like you said, growing up, I always wanted to I always saw and paid attention to the guys and girls that were doing great things, were inducted into the Hall of Fame for Stonebridge, all of that. And so it is pretty surreal to come back here and to be a part of that. And yeah, I just hope that I can inspire other girls and boys in our region to do the same thing and that they can be in the same footsteps as I am one day.
When did you kind of start dreaming big? Like, obviously, you worked your way through the youth soccer programs and, the high school level. When was the moment when you're like, you know what, I can maybe do some big things here? Was there like a turning point for you that maybe you can share with young boys, young girls that might be watching?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I've always been super competitive, and growing up, I played multiple sports.
Yeah.
And I think that really just encouraged my competitiveness and wanting to be the best. And so I was really self motivated. But I actually think with soccer and having big aspirations, like you're saying, it actually wasn't until I was really within like the youth system of the national team and the full team that I was like, once I got into that environment and had a taste of it, I was like, I want to stay here. I want to be here, and I'm gonna do anything I can to do that. So I think it really was a lot later than you would expect, but it was more so because I once I was finally in that environment and there, it clicked more. I could see myself, envision it, all that. So yeah.
You made a big decision this past off season of saying goodbye to NWSL and taking your chances overseas at Arsenal. What was that experience like, and where's your game at today as you get ready for Olympic camp?
Yeah. It was a really hard decision, honestly. You know, I think for me, I really wanted to grow and not only with soccer, but as a person. And I felt like overseas provided that. And with Arsenal, I mean, they are such a historical and amazing team. And I have two UNC teammates who play there with me now. And so I just think once I had that opportunity and saw that that could be an opportunity, I wanted to take it. Um, and I'm so happy about it and very appreciative of all the support from the Arsenal fans and community. And yeah, it's been great.
Where's your game at? Where's your level? Do you feel like you've added more elements to your game playing overseas? Like, how are you at today?
Yeah. I mean, I think being overseas, just being exposed, we have so many amazing, talented players on our Arsenal team. And so getting to train with them every day has really helped me just in terms of seeing different things that they do and things that I can add to my game. And the same is said with the players that I compete with and that we play against. So it's been really cool. And I think the way that we're playing and how we want to play uh, encourages me to be in the attack and to be creative. And so that just gives me more opportunities to try things and go from there.
I know in general, women's sports, they've never been stronger. Basketball, soccer, it's growing, it's growing. There's momentum there. as somebody that's kind of in between the lines, what is that like for you to see the growth of women's sports globally right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's about time.
Right? Yeah.
Um, no, it's amazing. And I think, like you're saying, with not just soccer, but with women's sports in general, the growth and the encouragement and the fan involvement um, is just amazing. And I think with the Olympics and um, having that opportunity and that exposure again for women's sports will be amazing. And I think there's always more improvement and more growth. But like you said, this is a great time to just stop and be like, this is amazing, and appreciate uh, what's happening. So
Well, Emily Fox, great catching up with you. Hopefully, you can go get that gold medal, add that to your trophy case. We'll be watching. Appreciate your time as always.
yeah, thank you.
All right, that is Ashburn native Stonebridge High School grad Emily Fox going for the gold with the U.S. women's national team at the Paris Olympics. We'll be right back. Stay with us.